So what if she wasn't alone in that tree, based on a true mystery, twisted by theory? There are places in the world that just, feel wrong before you ever hear the story. Places where the trees grow at odd angles, where birds don't sing, and the air has a kind of pressure to it. Hagley Wood is one of those places. It was April 1943. Wartime England. 4 boys were trespassing on the private land near Wychbury Hill in Worcestershire, looking for birds' nests to collect. Instead, they found a skull. It was lodged inside a wych elm tree, human, yellowed. The front teeth were intact and still grinning. They waited a day to report it. Honestly, you would too if you found something like that in the middle of a forest your parents told you not to go near. When police arrived, they discovered a full skeleton curled up inside the hollow of the tree. The bones were soft with decay, no clothing, no personal effects. One hand was missing. Weeks later, it was found buried separately at the base of the tree. Fingernails intact. The hand had been severed cleanly. She had no name, no cause of death, no missing persons report to match. The press named her Bella. Theories came quick. Some said she was a sex worker. Others claimed she was a Nazi spy. An informant in the Midlands wrote to the police that a foreign woman named Clara was involved in black magic rituals, a ritual that involved sealing a body inside a tree. Police dismissed it, but the public didn't, because not long after, a message appeared, sprayed in white on the side of a building in Birmingham. Who put Bella in the Wych Elm? It reappeared in other places, across bus stops, on the Hagley obelisk, on alley walls. No one ever caught the writer. Some of the letters were stenciled, some handwritten, some etched into stone. They continued to appear for years. Here's what no one talks about. The tree Bella was found in, a wych elm, didn't belong there. It wasn't listed in Hagley's forestry records. It didn't match the native growth pattern. Botanists described it as unusually hollow, strong bark, no signs of rot. It also didn't host a single bird nest, even though wych elms typically attract them. Locals said it had always been there, but no one could remember when it had appeared or who planted it. Some old-timers believed the tree was a kind of marker, a boundary stone between worlds, or worse, a container. In West Midlands folklore, there's a belief about hollows in trees, that they can hold not just bodies but things, grief, secrets, spirits, even entities that don't belong in our world. There's a phrase found in an old parish journal from 1881. Some trees take the dead, others take what makes them dead. We don't know what was taken in this case, but we do know this: Bella wasn't the only one to go missing that year. 3 other women vanished from the region in the same 6-month span. All were unconnected, all were young, all were reported under different circumstances. Only one body was found, and only after some kids happened to look inside a tree. Why just her? Why there? Why buried in the tree instead of beneath it? It's a strange question. But there's a stranger one. The tree never rotted, not like the others. It stood for decades after the discovery, strong, hollow, cold. The inside never grew moss. The soil at its base stayed dry. In 1983, the graffiti came back. Same message, same handwriting style. That same year, a teenage girl went missing. Her body was never recovered. The newspapers didn't link it, but a few local officers did, off the record. One of them, long since retired, told a friend at the pub, "We knew the woods took her, we just didn't say it out loud." The woods near Hagley are tied to older stories, Celtic myths, druid circles, burial mounds. Some locals still leave flowers at the base of the hill. No names, just offerings, as if something there needs to be kept asleep or fed. There's a theory that crops up in fringe occult circles that hollows in certain trees can act as seals to keep something in, and every few decades that seal weakens, unless it's reinforced with a body. In 2023, the graffiti returned again. Only this time it had a new line, painted just beneath the original phrase, "She wasn't alone in that tree." Maybe Bella wasn't just a victim. Maybe she was a volunteer. Maybe the others were too. Maybe the graffiti was never asking a question. Maybe it was a warning. And maybe, just maybe, the tree is still waiting